What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Word to the wise. Once you start to get a little money, once you start raising up in the ranks, getting a little power, getting a little status, getting a little position here and there, um, do everything in your power to maintain good character. Do everything in your power to stay within yourself, and do everything in your power to not let any, I repeat, any vices that you might have get out of control. Um, Nobody is without a vice. Nobody is without something that tempts them or something that they do wrong. But a lot of times, character and just having some degree of morals and discipline is what keeps us in check and keeps us from totally freaking out and losing our minds and just going buck wild out here. Those individuals who don't display the character, the morals, and the discipline, those are typically the ones we see in society that we read about and see on TV, um, going buck wild, getting out of bounds, and find themselves in situations that they can't get out of and can't reverse. Um, One of the key culprits, one of the main culprits that fuels that kind of situation, that kind of behavior, has proven to be money. People who come up on a lot of bread, whether it's through entertainment, whether it's through freaking making it to the NBA, whether it's behind a career that just exploded, investment, hitting the lottery, whatever it is, people realize really quickly that money will put them in positions or will afford them literally the opportunities to carry out um, their deepest, darkest, wildest fantasies and desires, even at the expense, well, usually at the expense of somebody else. Um, and that's dangerous. And we're seeing that a lot. We're seeing that a lot because when you reach that point where you feel like, because, hey, I got this money, I got this power, um, I can make people do whatever I want to do, what you end up neglecting is the consequences. You neglect the boomerang effect that always comes around, and it gets so bad to where people even get to the point where they feel like they have the power of life and death in their hands. And the truth of the matter is, they actually do. But if you have the ability to have somebody bumped off because of whatever reason, if you have the ability to um, kidnap a woman or kidnap a man, depends on what the situation is, make them into sex slaves, have them to do all the things you want, abuse them physically. See, now you have lost touch with reality and you have entered into a state of thinking that places you in your mind, that falsely places you in your mind above the law. And not just above the law, but just above just general consequence. Because it's not always the law that gets you. When I say the law, I mean law enforcement. It's not always the police that get you, man. You know, it be that one you least expect. It could be that one closest to you. It could be the very person that you abusing. It could be the very person that you've been dogging out and manipulating and misusing and mistreating all this time, or somebody close to them. So now the same money that drew people to you, and when it drew people to you, you took advantage of that and handle those people and handle those situations in the wrong way, um, now you find yourself using that very money to try to preserve your own freedom, to try to preserve your own safety, to try to get you out the grease. And it happens time and time again. Doesn't matter if you black, white, brown, yellow, or red. Um, we find that same pattern playing itself out. So the demons that exist within us, and even if the demons don't exist in us, they can be bred and developed just by a seed being planted. Like, hey, oh, I noticed. Hey, I seen you looking at that. You like her? You like her? Man, you know you can get whatever you want. That's you. You can do that. Hey man, you ever tried cocaine before? Yeah, man, man, come on, man, just try a little bit of it. See, all these things now are right at your disposal, in the palm of your hand, at your fingertips, and you turn into somebody that you may not have necessarily turned into had you not been in position to turn into that person. Now, some people would do it anyway. Some people that's broke as a joke, and they're just still gonna get it because they sick in the head. They got to have it. Um, but money creates a different kind of mindset because it creates an entitlement in a lot of people who have money. That arrogance and that entitlement kicks in to where they feel like, hey man, I'm who I am, so I'm supposed to be able to do this to you. Hey, I can do whatever I want to do to anybody because I got this, I got bread. I can pay my way in, pay my way out, whatever the case is. And you meet people and connect with people who are in high places, who got money like you, and you have these connections, and now these connections falsely empower you more because now whatever happens, I know a guy. Oh, don't worry about that. Such is my partner. I can call him. He'll clean all that up. But it's only so much cleaning up that can be done. And when everything hits the fan, when it all hits the fan, some of the same people that was right there on your right side and your left side is right there with you. Some of them was partying right there with you, enjoying the fruits of your labor or your come up or whatever it was, be the same ones that's in the courtroom pointing at you and telling on you. Same ones. Because they may have now been in positions where them being involved in it and affiliated with you has put them in a situation where they got, hey, every man for himself. They got to free themselves, so they'll throw you under the bus. So don't let money um, release your demons, and more importantly, don't let money and power create demons within you. Be very careful with that. All right, man, it's your big brother, K-Rino. I will catch y'all later on with another one. Y'all be sure to subscribe to the channel and go get my new album, Audio Optics, where I talk about stuff like this all the time. Physical copies on South Park Coalition site.net and on all the digital platforms for those of y'all who looked at me crazy when I held up a CD. All right, I'll catch y'all later on. Peace.